Hello, everybody, and welcome to part three of our VA home loan topic series. The topic of the discussion for this week is VA appraisal and inspections. Again, we have Bobby Jones of CMG Financial. And thank you again, Bobby, for taking time out of your day to be with us.
Hi, everybody.
So we'll jump right in, and again, part three is VA appraisals and inspections. So Bobby, our first question is, if the VA appraiser is also doing an inspection on the home, do I still need to have a home inspection done? What's the point if a VA is already doing an inspection on the home?
A VA appraisal is probably the most stringent appraisal there is that we get done with the different loan types. They do check the home pretty thoroughly, but they don't check some of the things that a home inspector checks. A home inspector is checking for safety, structural. A VA appraiser is making sure that there aren't any repairs like chip paint, broken glass. And some of those things a home inspector does also. But the biggest thing that a VA appraiser is looking for is that you're paying market value for this home. You're not overpaying for a home. So what they do is they actually compare the home that you're purchasing to like homes. And what I mean by that, it's in a certain 6-mile radius. If you're buying a ranch, generally they compare it to a ranch. If you're buying a house with an acre, they try to come close to the acreage and bedrooms and things like that. But their sole purpose is to make sure what you're paying for the house isn't overpriced.
Yeah, and what I see from VA inspectors slash appraisers is kind of three things. Is it habitable? Is it safe? And is it structurally sound? That's basically what I see from a VA inspection part of the VA appraisal process. Does that sound about right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's also part of what a home inspector does. But
More thorough.
Yes, they're more thorough. Yes.
Yeah. And the home inspector is going to go from, no VA appraiser is going to get up on the roof.
No, but so a home inspector will.
A home inspector is going to go from tip to bottom to check the full,
They also generally, the home inspector also generally does the termite report also, because that's very, very important to make sure there aren't any little critters eating away at the wood. We don't want that.
And of course, in a VA home loan, you have to have the well. If the home has a well, it has to have a well inspection as well.
It has to have a water test. They don't necessarily require a septic unless the appraiser calls for it, like he sees something wrong.
Okay, so our next question is, what happens if the VA appraiser gives a price below, or gives a price that is below the actual purchase price or the contract price? What happens?
If the value comes in lower than your contract price, what the first person I reach out to would be your realtor, Rob. And I say, hey, Rob, we have a problem. But the good thing about VA appraisals are that we get what's called tidewater. I know that makes no sense to anybody out there, but it does to me, because the VA appraiser is required by the VA to let us know before they turn in the appraisal that the value's coming in low. Okay? That gives me a chance to reach out to your realtor and say, hey, we have an issue. What comparables did you see that supported this value for the contract that they wrote? And the VA appraiser will allow us to submit to them additional comparables to make sure they got all of them, to make sure they're giving the true market value. So they do reach out to us. It's the only loan type that they will reach out to us prior to issuing the official appraisal, and let us come back with showing them why it is that value.
And it's been my experience that the VA appraisers are very receptive to additional information. So that I don't want that out there or people to think that, oh yeah, they're just going to take it and they're not really going to apply it to the information they already have. They actually do take the time to evaluate additional information. And if you want to look at it this way, submit it as evidence to support
Yes.
the contract price or whatever the value is that they're giving.
Yes, they do look at it thoroughly. And we take a lot of time to put it together to submit that in when they do ask for it. And they do take that seriously.
Okay, so our next question is, what if the VA appraiser says that there are repairs that are necessary?
Sometimes that does come back. And if that does happen, the repairs have got to be provided and completed by the seller. And then the realtors notify the mortgage company because a final inspection is done by the appraiser to make sure they were done in the proper manner. If he's asking for paint to be sanded and refinished, painted, they want to make sure that it's done. The one thing about the VA appraiser is they're out there to protect the veteran borrower, to make sure that what they can see is a good, solid home that they're purchasing.
And these repairs are not negotiable. These are a requirement of the loan.
Nope, they have to be fixed, and the final inspection has to be done before we can go to the closing table.
All right, great. Well, that concludes our third topic of this four-part series. Thank you again for watching. Thank you to Bobby for taking the time out of your day to provide this very valuable information. If you do have any questions on the topic that we've just discussed, please comment down below, or you can reach out to Bobby at any time, and we'll provide her contact information. Again, thank you so much. Thank you, Bobby, and have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.